Oh my God, oh my God, again. We're live?
Jigga man.
This is really live. Mondays transformed into the greatest day of the week. Look at this signature right now. Unbelievable. Art Guilliamo. Am I saying that right?
That's it.
Art Guilliamo signing Malcolm X and Jay-Z Prince original right here on Listen Vision Live,
Listen live.
WLVS Radio.
Listen live.
He just, look at this. Are you guys looking at this? This was just signed and given away to this young lady. Young lady, what is your name?
Alexis.
Hey, Alexis, what made you interested in these two pieces?
I consider myself a black nationalist, and they both represent that.
2 days ago, no, Friday, we aired never heard before speeches by Malcolm X that were given to us by the Smithsonian Institute. And for the first time, we heard 4 different speeches that Malcolm X gave about capitalism, about African identity and colonization, and many other incredible things. What specifically do you think is applicable about Malcolm X nowadays? And just hold that painting up that way, if you could hold that up. What do you think about him nowadays, his words, how applicable they are?
I think it's still relevant because in the system that we're in now and under Trump's administration, we're still dealing with the side effects of capitalism. We're still dealing with the side effects of African identity. With the new movie that's out now, there's been a huge uprise of confidence around African identity. So everything what the great leaders have said are still relevant in 21st century. Sadly, but we haven't gone too far in terms of change, and we're still seeing the same problems in which was seen in the 1960s and before.
You couldn't have said it better myself. Art, you know, your art spans many different genres. The political, obviously, this is really powerful. What to you, can you describe some of the articles that are used in the piece itself?
Well, I try to describe my art
Hold this way out.
as a book. It's really for people who don't care to take the knowledge and read about the person. So if they see the face, the image, and they look inside the image, it's just like you've read a whole novel or newspapers and just studied that person. I try to just go deeply into the thoughts of that person inside their face with articles.
It's I'm really kind of speechless, and I really wish I wasn't, because I'm not supposed to be. That's not my job. I'm supposed to talk a lot and say interesting things. But because we just did this Malcolm X special edition on Friday, I'm really moved by this, because, Art, you've done just that. You've embodied this man's work, his soul, his character. You've made this piece come alive. For me, I look at a man who's moving and still with us. What inspired you? Oh, God. Oh, let's show this. Jacob, can we get a zoom in on this? I'm going to go sideways because this is incredible. They have just erected a statue of, in my opinion, one of the greatest black leaders of all time. And I really don't think he gets the credit, Marion Barry, here in Washington, D.C. What inspires you to make these pieces so deep, so in-depth, with not just the look, but the feel and the geopolitical statements?
Well, my grandfather was blind. He was 100% blind. He had glaucoma. And so I came up with a way to teach people who had no sight to feel the work, as in Braille. So each piece that I create has a texture of Braille around the edges. And, you know, I just decided to go a little bit further and just add things about the person, like I said earlier, so that people can actually see, can educate themselves on the person. So it pretty much goes both ways, for people who can see as well as those who can't.
And you've danced around basically the motto of your company, which is?
Art Guilliamo.
No, what's the expression? Art you can?
It's art you can feel.
Art you can feel.
I call it splash art, but it's basically art you can feel.
And art for the visually impaired.
Art for the visually impaired, 100%.
You know what's funny is, until you just said that story, I'm such a marketing and business guy. I just immediately thought that was his marketing. Like, I didn't think that he was really for visually impaired people. But to hear that this was started because of your father,
Grandfather.
Grandfather. Yes. Is it okay if I touch this?
Yes, please. Feel free to touch.
He was just working on this. Can we, Marvin, check this out. Come over here, Marvin. Marvin's my Vanna White today. Just a lot taller. A lot taller. Thank you, Marvin White. This has got weird. Marvin, can you slowly run your hand down
around the edges? Start
with
the edges.
Close your eyes, if you don't mind. Close your eyes. What is your sensory telling you when you feel that?
It does give me the sense of a head, perhaps. I mean, I know I've already seen the picture, but. And forgive me, I'm not blind, but I can feel how this could work in terms of the whole Braille aspect, I guess, per se. But yeah, just running my hands over it, it kind of guides you, if that makes sense. And yeah, I can kind of feel, the outline of the head and perhaps a human being. But yeah, it does, I guess, give off its own energy and interpretation, man.
Thank you.
This, we were talking just last week. Can we have the Basquiat? We were talking just last week and earlier today, right, about Basquiat, and Art wasn't here when we were even referencing,
The artists are alive, and like I was talking with main man over here, he's keeping the energy alive. So, and we're just a catalyst. We're just here kind of showing off what he's doing. But the same way these guys were talented, this gentleman here is talented. It's just a streamline. It's a frequency that artists are on. And we were just kind of talking about this art, not just kind of. We were talking about this artist last week, and lo and behold.
He's my favorite.
Yeah. And let me ask you, just because, and we can set that right there if you want. Right on the easel. There's a lot of statements I see in here. Storm's victims, 12 days, silence, 25K. A lot of kind of money going on in here. Can you explain the meaning behind that?
Well, the title of this piece is, of course, Basquiat, but it's Money Man, because he was really unable to spend a lot of his wealth. I really don't think he painted from a perspective of trying to make money. I think that he was one who just painted from a pretty much an outlet, just wanted to just be free. That was his way of being free. He was always seemed to be caged in, so I decided to incorporate cage. The 25K was how much he sold a piece for while he was living, which he didn't benefit from. The Honda was a vehicle. I did some study. One of his closer friends used to drive around in.
Wow.
You've got car parts. It's so many things incorporated
Yard
in it
sale.
that just tell a lot about the guy.
Top stops.
His tickets. It's just so many things. The more you look at it, you'll find something in it that you didn't see before.
Now, speaking of seeing things we haven't seen before, let's see, where are we? No, we're still on the main camera. So this is a piece that is now in our collection here in the Hip Hop Museum. Lauryn Hill has a signed microphone and a signed Fuji's single right here in the Hip Hop Museum, right in that case, actually. Tell me what her significance is to you and why you chose to do a piece of her.
She's one of my favorites as well. I don't know. I just think Lauryn Hill's great. Her music touches everyone, and she's very compassionate about what she does. And I just wanted to just express her lyrics in her face for, once again, those who haven't took the time to study her.
Yeah. There's a real theme, that runs throughout your pieces. I'm just bending down here and grabbing another. Your choice of people to do, I think, is one of the things that I like most about your artwork, is that you could choose to do many different folks, but you choose people that speak to us, right? Whether it's Malcolm, whether it's Andy Warhol. I mean,
The pop art king.
Look at that. I mean, pop art is clearly a theme, you know. You know, from Evan Johnson and now to yourself. Look at how influenced our generation. When I say our generation, I mean anyone over the age of 35. Okay, is part of this weird movement that we now, you know. But look at the necklace, and what does that say around his neck?
Distant relationships.
Unbelievable. Pop art's king dies right here in the top cheek, and even some of his art in the Campbell's. Oh my goodness, how do we do this? Hold on, Jacob has to. Yeah, here, Marvin, can you? Marvin's the tallest member of the crew, so Marvin's going right up to that camera. Look at that, you guys. Look at the depth. You would have to please come out here in person, okay? To come and not just purchase these pieces, but to see really what this art is all about. These cameras, I can see you right here. These cameras don't do it justice. I mean, of course they do my awesome Ron Burgundy outfit justice, you know, because that's really popping. I know that's sexy. I know you're drinking that in, okay? But you can't get this art the way we're absorbing it. We're like really moved here in the studio. You need to come out. 2622 Georgia Avenue. You got to come see Glass of Water and Evan Johnson, our artist in resident. You got to see Art Guillermo, who's, oh my God, Sinatra?
No, I get that a lot. This one is David Bowie.
Ooh.
It's the hat.
I see it now. I see it now.
Threw him off with the hat.
Marvin, you're our Marvin Vanna White. There we go. Look at that. Unbelievable. David Bowie. Let's dance. Dun, dun. Every time I hear David Bowie's changes. Yeah, I'm good, man. Oh, Nina? My favorite, I guess I would say soul singer, because you can't say R&B. Yeah. Maybe you could say jazz. Jazz. Look at this. Ay, ay, ay. What's everyone's favorite Nina Simone song? Does anyone have a favorite?
Young Gifted in Black.
Young Gifted in Black.
Four Girls.
Anyone else have a favorite Nina Simone song? Beyond the Lights. We'll come back to. Strange Fruit is my favorite song, and that one. No, Strange Fruit is Nina Simone. She did a version of it. I see what you're saying. You're right. No, you're right. That's a Billie Holiday song. Strange Fruit is Billie Holiday. However, Nina Simone's version was what was in my earballs.
I gotta give a little feeling good. I don't want to be too cliche about it, but
yeah. Blackbird. Nina Simone's Blackbird. Okay, thank you, Marvin Vanna White. Let's talk to the artists more, because here we are. You know, we're here with this whole event is powered by Big Bang. So shout out to the good people at Big Bang, and just know that from now until 10 p.m. you can pull up and you can get your art on. You can get your I-71 on. You can get your music on with the one and only DJ, the number one guy in the world. Who? He's messed up because I saw him messing with me like he knew I was trying to cue to him, but he was purposefully pretending like he wasn't paying attention. I see you. I see you messing with the host. All right, that's cool. He's lucky because he's spinning. Okay, so we've been trying to find a musical theme for today. And B-Dub just figured out that EDM is where we're going to go because we feel turned up. We feel empowered. We feel he's doing remixes of Michael Jackson. It's artsy. He says it's artsy. I feel lit. What's the name of this piece right here? Because that just looks so beautiful to me.
This piece is titled "I'm Ready."
And is this a woman who is pregnant?
Yes, indeed. She's pregnant very much.
Beautiful. And I see an African influence in this painting.
Yes, it is. It is definitely a strong woman who is ready to give birth to a king.
You know, in a little bit, maybe after this interview, Jacob, we can run right into his time lapse. So we have a present for you. And we kind of tricked you because you didn't know this was happening. But while Art Guillermo was painting live in the studio. We were recording every single second of it, my friend. And we have the best digital content manager in the world, Jacob Moss, who
Shout out.
we're going to get a drop for him, who quickly went upstairs and edited a time lapse of you painting. When you see this, and he scored it to music too. When you see this at the end of this interview, so that's our present to you for blessing us with these beautiful, beautiful images. Just real quickly before we go here, what's the name of this piece here?
That's called Woman of Color.
Now, you have these beautiful women figures that, to me, because I've been to the Sackler. So here in Washington, D.C., we're blessed to have the African Museum called the Sackler, which is part of the Smithsonian Institute. And if you really want to get an understanding of where, mankind originated from and what type of artwork, we had when mankind was originated, you might want to go to the Sackler. Why? It's free. Free 99, okay? And I see in your women figures, geez Louise, this one is the continent of Africa. Can we bring that forward?
And that's not finished yet.
It's not finished yet. But this is one of the pieces that, he was working on live here in the building. You're going to see a time lapse of this, okay, after this interview. What's the name of this piece right here?
This piece is untitled. Maybe some of your viewers can email in an excellent title for that.
I love this guy already. There you go, competition. Here's the camera right here. You're looking at me. Listen, viewers, if you can give this the best title, okay, call in. Whoever gets the best title, next week it will be announced that the piece's title will be your title, and you will win either a present from Big Bang or a present from Listen Vision, depending on if you're a studio or a cannabis connoisseur, okay?
And I'll throw in a signed print.
Oh! And a signed print. Wait, this is a lot of stuff, you guys. This is breaking news. This is a lot of stuff. You're going to get a signed print. You're going to get a 420 treat, and you're going to get potentially an hour or something like that from the studio. What's the name of it?
The Origin of Life.
The Origin of Life. That sounds very cliche. But we love you. But we love you. And staff can't compete. Staff can't compete. 202-332-8494. Call up, give us your name. I'm serious. Call up, give us your name. Give us the name of the painting, your number, and we will do a drawing next week, literally live on air with my DJ, the one, the only.
The Boy Wonder.
That's how I roll. I just point at him and he drops things like that. It's incredible. Now, next week, I'm running out of outfits. I only have so many Ron Burgundy outfits, okay? This is like the last of the crazy Mohican jackets I got here. It's literally giving me some sort of seizure on air. Can you see it? Look at how weird it looks on air. It's like, I look like some sort of like neon sign or something. Anyways, come on down, 2622. We're rocking all day until 10 p.m.
One more.
Oh, my goodness. Oh. Now, it's funny because Jacob was just doing a skateboard video the other day. What do you call this piece?
That piece, once again, is untitled, but it's inspired by my brother, my friend Stan Long, Spotlight Over the City. And I just wanted the city to see it. It's a gentleman who is courageous and moving fast, and he's representing D.C. inside the chest, if you could zoom in on the chest.
Oh, I see it now. Oh, my goodness gracious. You can stare at art's paintings for like literally just hours and see something new every moment. And I think that's why you should come down and purchase one of his big pieces. Because if you put this on your wall in your living room, in your bedroom, okay, in your den, I promise you, you're going to have good conversation piece and something to drink in for many, many years. Where can people find you? So like online and social media?
I have an Instagram page, which is ARTGILLUMO. Or you can probably find me on a corner near you. I mean, I find myself setting up throughout the city, different corners, just random spots.
Well, hopefully we're going to get you to consistently set up here because I feel like your art is so good that if people know you're here on Mondays, after a little while, they're going to just start consistently coming because you know what you have that most other artists don't have? Beautiful prints that are signed and numbered by the artist. And I really mean that. Marvin, come over here. Back me up on this.
To be honest, I'm speechless. This art is the type of art where I guess perhaps someone from an art gallery or an art exhibit will come, purchase it, and then they establish a value on it. So I guess what I'm saying is this art is almost considered high art, if that's a term. No, it is. Like we're holding it up here, but then you'll find it in a gallery, say for upwards of $10,000, $20,000, $30,000. So this is that art. It's just that
It's accessible.
it's accessible. And why wait for someone else to place a value on it when we already know the worth of it?
Yeah. So. And so what he just, what Art just said to me, and Marvin really put it so perfectly, because Marvin's got a real good eye for art. Marvin, has been curating the scene here, excuse me, the cannabis scene, for some time. And so he really knows artisans, and he's able to work with people well. And I think what this print right here, I just got the word, we're able to give this away. Okay? So this is a print of this original. Now, I encourage people to really come out and see the original in person. Okay? Art's going to sign this. But I want you to come out, and if you're listening right now, come to 2622 Georgia Avenue and say the words LVDC to us. Okay? That means come out from now until 10 p.m. Come to our staff and say the words LVDC. We will know that is the password. That password will get you this signed print from the incredible artist Art Guglielmo. And now not only are we doing that, but we're also naming one of his pieces. Okay? Now this is the piece. Let's hold it up one more time so people can see it. Now this is the piece we're naming, okay? And we're giving away a print, we're giving away a 420 treat, and we're giving away a studio treat to anyone that comes up with a really good name for that, okay? No offense to Jacob, but we want words and concepts we haven't heard before, okay? So this is a beautiful piece, Art Guglielmo. Come on out, 2622 Georgia Avenue, right here at the entrance to Howard University from now until 10 p.m., okay? Art, do we have any closing words for the folks
Just want to thank you all. This is, I've been doing art for 15 years, and this is my very first interview ever.
Well, let me tell you, it's not going to be your last, because with work like this, and especially this, okay? With work like this, we have to commemorate our black leaders. We absolutely have to honor the people that built this country, and specifically this man built this city. Okay? Now, I don't care what you think about this man. This man is a great citizen who literally, I know this for a fact, okay? Here's the one fact I know. When he first became mayor, he would go out on something called the Rat Squad and literally shoot and capture rats and rodents because there was such a serious problem. Now, you find me another mayor that's going to go into the slums of a city and shoot and kill rats at 4 o'clock in the morning for his people. Okay, so say what you want about that guy, but this city wouldn't be the world-class city it is today if it weren't for that man. Okay? So thank you very much. On that note, I'm Jeremy Beaver, CEO and founder of Listen Vision. You've been watching. Yeah, go ahead.
And one last thing, if there's anyone out there who is into artist management, marketing, PR, I need a great manager.
Oh, he is in the right place. Let me tell you, because we're assembling a new type of record label here at Washington, D.C., at Listen Vision in Washington, D.C. The record label is not just for rappers and singers, but also for artists. And, one of the people that we are scouting is my man over here, Evan Johnson. Okay.
Shout out to Evan.
So we're going to invent a new type of record label where we sign not just rappers and singers, but artists, broadcasters, actors, authors. Okay? These are the type of oh my God, my DJ is so good. I get my words are punctuated with bombs. Okay? So we got you. And I noticed you got a clothing line too.
Yeah, Guglielmo in the make.
Guglielmo Couture. Rocking it. I love it. Okay. Anyways, I'm Jeremy Beaver, CEO and founder of Listen Vision. Every single Monday, that's right, this is a weekly art event, maybe the first ever weekly art event in the history of Washington, D.C. You can pull up right here from now until 10 p.m. Art times music times cannabis. Every single Monday, noon until 10 p.m. I will catch you back here next week. Peace.